Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. This video today is strictly about the wedding, right? Because I figured that I would do this video because originally I was going to do a get ready with me for the wedding. But girl, I was so all over the places until it just could not happen. Like, I would not have been able to do a get ready with me video because I would have just like been really running out of time. Like, a lot of things that I had done was just like really last minute, and so I wouldn't have been able to put together the video and it just come together like I wanted it to, with the amount of pressure that I was under to be on time for the wedding. Because I would, I ended up having to pick up my brother and his girlfriend, and I already live far out, as I've said numerous times here on my video. And so I live far from everything and everybody, girl. So I have to leave my house in a good amount of time in order to get somewhere on time. I'm a very punctual person anyway, and so I hate to be late. And so there was just little things that just kept happening that would have made me late for the wedding if I had been trying to record all at the same time. So this is not a cleaning video. I know that that's what our channel is, but it's not a cleaning video today. This video is really just for my people that come here and watch all of my content all the time. And you've seen all of my vlogs, all of my chit chats, everything. You just like everything I do. And so you've even seen this video here, whichever side it's going to be on, where I showed y'all me getting ready for the wedding. Ordering my stuff online and ordering the heels, deciding that I didn't want to wear the heels because I can't wear heels, and then getting flats and just all that. This is just for you that have watched that little journey of me getting ready for the wedding. And not that the wedding has been a big thing on my channel or nothing like that, but I thought that my outfit that I finally chose, my final choice, was so unique and so pretty, until I thought that I would show you, since you, if you saw those videos, is what I'm trying to say, you could also be privy to, everything that I did. Because there are some of y'all that come here and care about watching me, right? Like, you like everything I do. So this video is for you, sis, okay? Now, if you're new to the channel and you just, came over here for cleaning, that's the only reason why you subscribed. I get it. This is not a cleaning video. You don't have to watch this one. I'd rather you do, girl, but you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? But if you're interested, you can stay too. It's for everybody, but at the same time, I'm just doing it for, again, like I said, my people that seeing that, watch my vlogs and stuff like that. So y'all know I ended up getting the jumpsuits and stuff like that. And y'all really did like the jumpsuits. And I really did like the jumpsuits, which is why I ordered the jumpsuits, right? Because I wanted to be different. I didn't want to really wear a dress or nothing like that. I wanted to have on a jumpsuit. I've been working out, getting this body right, girl. And I really just wanted to kind of, show that, right? So I said, well, I'm gonna wear a jumpsuit, you know what I mean? So my jumpsuits were a little fitting. They were a little snug, they was hugging my curves and everything. And so I was really excited about wearing the jumpsuit. I was also excited about wearing heels because I don't wear heels. Like, that's just not something that I wear. They've never been comfortable to me. I feel like they make my shape look weird. I don't walk right in them. So it's just like, I'm 45 years old now. It ain't no need of me trying to start wearing no heels at this point in my life when I've never been interested in wearing heels before. But I still ordered them because I saw the wedding as a special opportunity to wear the heels, right? To start wearing heels at least. So let me tell y'all what happened, because girl, this is like a story time. And as I'm talking to you, I'm going to put pictures in here of like all of my ideas that came together. And I'm just going to give you like a story time of everything that happened with my wardrobe, right? So y'all saw the jumpsuits, y'all saw the heels. Well, then you also understood that I had did another vlog where I said that I wasn't going to wear the heels because heels was not for me. So those had already been put on the back burner, had already decided wasn't wearing the heels, and that I was just going to get me some flats. I was just going to get me some really pretty bedazzled flats because this is a formal occasion and I got to keep it formal with whatever I do, right? So I just said, well, let me get some heels that was some flats that would still be formal. and that would go with my jumpsuits, and then I'm still in the game, right? So I did that, and the flats came. I ordered 2 pair. The flats came, I tried them on, and they were pretty. I liked them. I was like, yeah, these are gorgeous. I'm gonna do this. This is what I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna wear these with my black jumpsuit. I didn't even try it on together because I was so confident in the fact that the jumpsuit was black, because that was the one I had chosen to wear to the wedding. I was so confident in the fact that the jumpsuit was black until it was like, well, I don't even need to try this on because I already know what it's going to look like. I already know that it's going to look good. It's going to be popping. I got all my accessories. I got my little clutch bag. I got all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to wear. So I didn't try it on, right? I didn't try the shoes on with the heels. With the flats. Let me tell you when I decided to try everything on. I decided to try everything on Thursday night. I decided to try everything on Thursday night, and the wedding was the same Sunday. It was going to be the Sunday after Thursday. So I only got a couple days to get it together, whatever I'm going to do, right? So I got up on a Thursday morning. Was it Thursday? Yeah, I tried everything on Thursday night. Decided that I didn't like the way it looked. I was like, I don't like these flats with this jumpsuit. I don't like the way this is coming together. I didn't like the way the jumpsuit was looking on my body. I just didn't like none of it, right? So then I started looking for a dress. I said, well, let me just go online and look for a dress. Let me just go and see what Amazon got. So I went online, I started looking on Amazon for a dress, and I pulled up formal dresses, and they brought up all these dresses, and the girls, they was looking cute in the dresses or whatever. Not the models, but the actual people that purchase these particular dresses. Because once you hit review, you can see their little video that they put on Amazon, or you can see, their reviews and their pictures and stuff like that. And so the dress, it was looking like it was really pretty. So the particular dress that I had chose, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to get black. I was determined that I was going to wear black, right? So I said, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to get black. And let me see when this particular dress will come. So it said that the dress would come the next day, which was Friday. So the dress came the next day on Friday, and it got here at 11:30 in the morning. So on Friday, I had decided that I wasn't going to do nothing but just lay in the bed all day. I ain't have nothing to do. I was like, this just going to be the day that I take out to just rest, right? And do nothing. And I'm just, I ain't getting up. I ain't going nowhere. I'm not even putting on no clothes today. I'm just going to lay in my bed, get my iPad, and watch movies all day. So that's what my plan was for Friday. Well, the dress, I ended up getting a notification that the dress had arrived in the mail, in the mailbox. And like I said, that was at 11:30. So I'm excited. So I jump up after I see that they done delivered the dress, and I came early, which is perfect because, again, I got 2 days before the wedding is actually about to take place. So I get up, throw on something, run out to the mailbox, get the dress, come in here, try the dress on. Don't like the dress. Don't like the material. I didn't like how heavy it was. It was just not a pretty dress the dress was just not pretty in person. It was nice when I saw it on Amazon, and it was nice on the girls, but what you have to understand is everybody has different tastes, and everybody is looking for something different in their clothes and material and all that. So that particular material may not have bothered those particular women, but for somebody like me, where I feel like everything has to make me feel the way I want to feel, I was like, this is not working for me. I did not like the dress was just not accentuating my figure or nothing. I just didn't like it. It was heavy. It was like that scuba suit type of material. It was just not what I thought it was going to be when it came. It was just, I didn't like it. Okay, so throw that dress to the side, make a mental note, send back to Amazon, right? The dress was like $60. So I'm like, send that back to Amazon. So at that point, I tried on the jumpsuit again. This time, I had decided, well, let me just see if I would like the heels, because I certainly don't like it with the flats. So let me just go ahead and see if I would like the dress. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I would like the jumpsuit with the heels again. Let me just try the heels again. So Tried the heels on. The heels felt a little better. Now, the heels were the ones with the glass slipper, were the ones that y'all saw in that vlog. And those were the ones that I said were too high. They were uncomfortable, and I wasn't going to be able to keep those on. You know, I wasn't going to be able to, you know, walk around in those. So I said, well, let me just try these again. So I tried them on, and I had got so desperate, y'all, until I just started pulling everything out of my closet, just trying to put stuff together with what I already had. Because, again, it's Friday afternoon at this point. I don't have no time to do nothing else, right? So let me just pull everything out, pull out dresses that I already got in my closet, put them on with the heels, try them with the flats. I was trying everything. Nothing was looking good. I had even decided to wear just a little white heel. That was, you know, it was cool, it was cute and everything. And then that also didn't work out. So what I started realizing was that none of that stuff was me, right? Like none of the stuff that I had ordered, the jumpsuits, the dress, none of that stuff, the heels, none of that stuff was me. I only bought that stuff for the wedding, right? Because here I am being told that this is a formal event. I know everybody there is going to have on formal attire, and I don't, you know, I got to fall in with everybody else. And one thing about me, I am not a fall in with everybody else type of person. Like, that's just not me. That's not my personality. I've always been different. I'm very creative. I'm very artsy. You know what I'm saying? And so with that type of characteristic, when you are a very artsy and creative person, the way that you do things has to really just fall in place perfectly, because you know your vision, you know how you want to see it look, you know how you want to see it look on you. If it's, you know, gear, if you're drawing something, if it's cleaning, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff has to be a certain way for me, because I'm just creative, which is why I love cleaning so much, and which is why I went into that industry, because once I realized how good I am at cleaning, and, you know, what I could do with my hands, and how I could make people feel, and how I could make their homes feel, and that sort of thing, that was my element, right? So cleaning also is about creativity for me. Everything I do is about creativity, right? So I just decided, listen, none of this look good. None of this. And the reason why it doesn't look good is because none of this is me. These heels aren't me. These jumpsuits aren't me. This dress isn't me. None of this is me. I got to figure out what's me, right? I got to figure out how to stay true to myself, but still go formal to this attire, but be very different about it, right? Because that's how I am. I'm just very different. So I jump in the shower. At this point, it's about 2 o'clock, right? So I jump in the shower, get myself together, and I throw on a skirt. This right here, this, wherever you see the picture, I throw on this ruffly skirt, as you can see, and a Dr. Pepper t-shirt, my little brown shoulder bag with the charm hanging out the side, and my Converse. I feel so cute, so comfortable, so relaxed, so laid back, and still very appropriate. This is me, right? This is how I like to roll. I'm a Converse girl to my heart, and I wear them everywhere with everything, right? So, and that's just me. That's my style. So as I'm getting dressed, I look in the mirror, and I'm like, this is so cute and comfortable to me. And let me back up. So after I discovered that everything I had purchased to wear to this wedding was not me, I decided, let me just go to the mall. Let me just go in the mall, because I don't have no more time to order nothing online. Let me just go in the mall and do what I got to do. Let me go in here, see what I can find, see what I can try on, because I got limited time at this point. So maybe I just need to go try something on. So at this point, it's 2 o'clock. I jump in the shower, and I get myself together, and I throw on my ruffly skirt, this Dr. Pepper t-shirt, my shoulder bag with the charm hanging off, and my black and white Converse. I'm feeling myself, right? Like as simple as this outfit may seem to you, I'm feeling myself. I'm in my element now. I'm comfortable. This is what I like. This is how I like to look. My shoes are comfortable. My dress is comfortable, or my skirt is comfortable. I love this t-shirt. It's fitting me and everything. And I just like how I feel in this, right? So that inspired me to go in the mall and find something on that level. I gotta do it formal, but I gotta stay true to myself, right? So I go in the mall and I go in there with a vision. This is what I want to look like. This is what I'm looking for. And this is what I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna find this in this mall before I leave today. And let me tell y'all, when I was walking through the mall with just that outfit on that I just showed you, I got so many compliments on my outfit walking through the mall. Like, it's just a simple outfit, but it was put together in a creative way. You don't see people look like that all the time, right? Me, I just do it. You know what I mean? So I was in there with, on my mind, I knew that I wanted to wear some stockings, but I wanted my stockings because, again, the attire is formal. So I wanted my stockings to have some designs on them. They had to have designs because my vision was a high-low skirt, right? I wanted it to be high in the front, low in the back, because I wanted my stockings to be visible. I was going to put on some lace socks with that, and I was going to buy me another pair of Converse while I was in the mall. Because I said, I'm wearing Converse to this wedding, but I got to do it formal. So I said, so I got to get my outfit and I got to buy me another pair of Converse. So I go in Hot Topic in the mall and they sell all that little funky type of, attire, t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. So I go in there, I asked the girl where there's, did they have, I described the type of stockings I wanted to her. She takes me back to the stockings, boom, find them, perfect, right? So at this time, I'm not even thinking lace socks. Let me back up. I'm not even thinking lace socks. I'm thinking high-low skirt, cute fitted shirt, whatever that's gonna be, and but the high-low skirt has to be formal. It has to be some kind of ruffly type, formal type skirt, because my stockings with the roses on them are gonna show. My netted stockings with the roses are gonna show, and I want to bring attention to the fact that I have on Converse with this formal skirt, right, and this fitted shirt, and however I was gonna do it. I went in every store in that mall, y'all. The first item that I bought was the stockings. That was the first item that I bought. I wanted to get that out of the way because I wanted to make sure they had what I needed. I wanted to make sure I had those because it was a crucial part of my outfit. So I wanted to make sure I had those. So that was the first thing I went in there and got. Because remember, I told y'all I went in there with a vision. So I went in, I got the stockings, and I left out. And so I went to Dillard's, I went to Macy's, I went to every store in the mall. When I tell y'all no store in the mall had what I wanted, when I say none of those stores, Macy's, Dillard's, nothing, everything, the clothes nowadays are so weird. And so when I say clothes, let me just say the lack thereof, because they don't make clothes anymore. Like, there's no more fashion going on. And I like fashion, right? So there's no more fashion going on. So I'm not able to find what I want in this mall. Even in the formal wear, I'm not able to find what I want. So everything in the mall was either 21 and under or 65 and over. There was nothing for women my age. So especially with the way that I like to dress, what I was looking for. So I'm like, okay, I got to get this together because I got to figure out something before I leave this mall. When I tell y'all, those people in Dillard's and Macy's saw me about 5 times because I'm just everywhere. Like, I'm picking up piece by piece, right? Just trying to figure out what to do. I try on formal dresses in Dillard's. They were all just tight and skimpy and everything all the way up the thigh. I'm not trying to go looking like that because that's not the way I dress either. I like fashion, but I'm going to be covered, okay? So I try on that stuff and none of that is working. Everything is just tight. Nothing is loose. I didn't want nothing tight. So everything is just, nothing is loose, with the vision that I have now. and it just wasn't coming together. So I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I end up finding in Dillard's, I find the little sweater that I end up wearing to the mall, which there's not a really good picture of the sweater. So let me just describe it to you. It's a white sweater, fitted sleeve, came down till about right here, and it has a little black tie in the front, and it had a velvet black tie in the front, and so it was just open. So whatever top I was gonna choose to wear underneath that sweater, it had to be the right type of top because of the way that little sweater jacket was made, right? So I find that's perfect. So at this point, all I have is the sweater and the stockings. So I'm back in Macy's looking for a dress, looking for a skirt, something that I can wear that is making my vision come together. Still didn't find anything. So again, I'm like, I just got to find something before I leave this mall. So I go in, I pass by JCPenney, which is a store I would never shop in. Like I ain't been in JCPenney, girl, probably since my girls was like really little. So I was like, so I'm passing by JCPenney, and I was like, well, I done been in every store in this mall. I'm not going in JCPenney because for what, I don't shop in there, and they're definitely not going to have what I want if Dillard's and Macy's and no other store in this mall have what I want. So I'm not going in there. So as I'm passing JCPenney, something says, just go in there. Just go in there. What you got to lose? You done been everywhere else. So I beeline back into JCPenney. I go downstairs to the misses because when I went in juniors, girl, wasn't nothing over there like, because I can still do juniors. I'm a cross up between juniors and misses, right? So I go in juniors first, nothing over there. So I go over into the misses section to their formal wear, and the store was just so unorganized until I just was like, okay, this is a mess, but let me look through what I'm trying to look through, right? And all of their stuff, like I said, was like 65 and over. Like this was for like older church lady type stuff. But I ended up finding the skirt that I wore to the wedding that you're going to see in JCPenney in the 65 and over, what I'm calling it 65 and over section. I ended up just finding the perfect skirt. It wasn't high-low like I wanted it. But when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is it right here. Like the vision again, it just came to me in my head. So I went and I tried it on and everything. I tried it on, and I went in the dressing room, tried it on. It was fitting the waist, honey, right? Like it, because his waist is getting snatched, girl. So it was fitting the waist, and so I was like, okay, so I got this t-shirt on, right? Because I got my Dr. Pepper t-shirt on. So naturally, I just only had to remove the skirt that I had on to try on that skirt. And I got the t-shirt on. So the t-shirt, that started coming to mind. So I'm like, I could do a t-shirt with this and still make this formal, right? So take that off, got my skirt, perfect. I even get 20% off on it, girl, because the skirt was $100 before I got the 20% off. So, but I was going to pay that $100 because it was perfect. So, okay, I get my skirt. So I go in the store where I want to get me a new, so after I get, finished at JCPenney and everything, I said, well, let me go back upstairs so I can get my Converse that I want to wear. And I was going to get another platform Converse, but very different from the one that I had on in the picture that I showed you earlier that I wore to the mall. That's a platform as well, but this one was on a very different style. So when I get in there, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to buy another platform Chuck. Those are really cute, but I'm not going to get those. I'm going to wear my classic black and white high top Chucks that I already have at home. That's what I'm going to wear. I believe that those will go better with my outfit. So that's when I get the idea to get some lace bobby socks, which is what they're called, the little girl socks that they wore, you wore on Easter when you were little, that sort of thing, with the lace all around, and you just cuff it down, and there you got your big lace at the bottom. So I'm going to get those, and that's going to bring the outfit together and make it formal as well. So I do that, and then I come home and I order that on Amazon. As a matter of fact, I ordered on Amazon while I'm still out and about, because I said I need to see if Amazon got it, because I need it as quick as possible. Amazon said it wasn't going to get here till Sunday. Sunday was the wedding. I was like, cool, it'll come early enough, and if it doesn't, then I just pop out to Walmart, see if they got anything. But I'm going to go ahead and take my chances on these socks right here coming on Sunday early enough. Since the wedding wasn't until 6:15, I knew it was going to come way before then, right? So I ordered those. It came with 2 black pair and a white pair. And then I also ordered me some new shoestrings for my high top chucks, because although I don't have dirty shoes and that sort of thing, as you wear your shoes and stuff, you gonna get a little dirt on your shoes, right? So I said I need to clean my chucks up real good, and because they weren't like really dirty like that, it was just little spots here and there from me wearing them. It was just easy for me to get my little OxiClean fabric cleaner. Girl, if you ain't got none of that, you better get you some, honey, because it cleans everything, okay? So I got that. I soaked my shoestrings in there that was already in my shoes, just in case now my stuff from Amazon didn't come, because I ordered the socks and the shoestrings, and they were both going to arrive on Sunday. So I said, well, let me go ahead and clean my shoes up, get all the white parts on my shoes back white. And I'm going to order me some shoestrings. That way, that's also going to bring newness back to the shoe, which it did, okay? So my socks came on time. They came about 1 o'clock Sunday, and the shoestrings came with it. So everything is, doing what they do. My shoes sitting over to the side, drying from me cleaning them the night before. And I was able to go ahead and lace those up and get them, and they looking sparkling and clean, honey, and like new, right? And so I didn't know if I was going to wear the white socks or the black socks. So my husband was like, well, since the skirt is black and the shoes black, just go ahead and wear the white ones. So I said, okay. I said, okay, I'll put on the white ones. So I already knew I wanted to wear my head wrapped. The band that I had on my head wrap was a bedazzled band that I had also ordered from Amazon around the time that I ordered everything else for the wedding, right? So I had all that stuff early. And so I had decided that I was going to wear my head wrapped, because that was going to bring more elegance to the outfit that I had on, as well as match my jewelry, which I had gotten at Macy's at the mall. I had got me some really sparkly jewelry, came as a set, the earrings and the necklace, and it came with a bracelet too, except I did not wear the bracelet that I got in the set. I wore like a hand jewelry, and I'm gonna describe it to you because you can't really see it that well in the picture, but it like came around my wrist right here, and it latched right here, and then this part came down to my finger, which was a ring, and then all of this was like some studs and rhinestones and stuff, and it was just like real pretty. I chose to wear that because there was also something else that I had ordered from Shein. When I saw that on Shein, I was like, this is really pretty. It'd be real appropriate for the wedding. So I wore that. And keep in mind, when I'm ordering all this stuff, the headband, the handpiece, all that stuff, I'm planning to wear the jumpsuit, right? But it all came together with what I had. So once I decided to wear my head wrap to make my outfit more elegant, because I got short locks, right? And I got these shells in here now. So I knew that wasn't going to look right with just the band that I ordered for my head. And I didn't, I wanted that to really stick out and be pretty. I wanted it to almost be like a tiara almost, right? So I said, well, I'm going to wear my head wrap because my locks are short. I can't do really no style with it right now. And it's just, my locks ain't going to work for this particular event. So I'm going to wrap my head, and I'm going to use, the pack came with 4 bands. I said, I'm going to put the band over my head wrap and just, make that real elegant and pretty, right? So then that's what I ended up doing. And, so I ended up doing that, and yeah, so that came together. So the day of the wedding, y'all, I decided that I wanted to wear makeup, because I was like, if I ain't gonna wear no heels, I gotta wear, let me try some makeup. So I was on the phone with my grandma, and let me tell y'all about my t-shirt. I forgot to tell you about that. So the t-shirt was inspired by the Dr. Pepper t-shirt that I had on when I tried on the skirt in the dressing room. Because remember, I said I was going for that look that I had on in the mall that day, but formal. I'm big on t-shirts. If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know I'm huge on t-shirts. So I had to put a t-shirt with it, but also make it look right. So I wanted like formal casual almost, right? Because I got the Chucks on, which is casual. So I made my top casual, but everything else was formal. And so I said, well, I got to get me a t-shirt. So I went in Walmart, and I said, I got to have a black and white t-shirt. and hopefully I can get some red in that t-shirt. So when I got in Walmart, they only had two choices of what I was looking for. It was a Coca-Cola t-shirt, which was white, and it had I Heart Diet Coke. The t-shirt was white, the lettering was black, and the heart was red. But I didn't want, but that would have been really cute. But the only reason I didn't choose that one was because I already had the white sweater. And I wanted my outfit to mainly be black, right? I didn't want to have on a white shirt with a white sweater. So that didn't work. So then I came across the Scarface t-shirt. And I just felt like that Scarface t-shirt was just setting it off, because now I got on a Scarface t-shirt with formal attire, right? With a formal skirt and a head wrap and all of that. So the Scarface t-shirt had the red font, and it was black and white, and it was just perfect. Like, my look just came together so perfect. The necklace that I had on was like really shining. Y'all can't really see it like that, but I'm in certain pictures as best I can. But that was just like really formal, really, the necklace was just really sparkling. It was just really pretty. Like, everything just came together so quickly because I had a vision of what I wanted, right? And so I wore that. Of course, I tucked it in, and, you know, again, honey, the waist was snatched, okay? And so I was I was so satisfied with how everything just came together. I was really, really excited about that. And the reason why I wanted to talk to y'all about it was because the message in my story is that you have to stay true to yourself. You have to stay true to you in any setting that you're in. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. You have to do what you do, right? Because it's only going to be fitting to you, right? Like, it's only going to look good on you. It's only going to match you, right? And so when you are being true to you, other people are going to pick up on that, and they're going to understand that that's just you, and they're going to love it, right? Because let me tell y'all, I got so many compliments. Like, people was like, I gotta take pictures, you know what I'm saying? Because you looking good, girl. Like, this is so unique. You look beautiful. This is so different, right? They wanted to get pictures of my outfit. My auntie was like, when she saw me, she was like, oh, you did that. So I was just really, really happy with the way everything turned out. And if I had went to that wedding any other way, I would not have been comfortable, and I would not have felt like myself. And the entire night, I felt so good, so comfortable. And, you know, I didn't have to take off my shoes and change into any flats or anything like that, because I was comfortable, which is why I dressed the way that I dressed, because I always want to look good for every setting, but I want to be comfortable at the same time. I don't want to be uncomfortable in no way, because I'm not going to enjoy myself, right? And so I was really happy with the way everything turned out. I was really excited about that. And, you know, just seeing my family, seeing my cousin, how beautiful she looked and how happy she is, that she has found someone that she really loves to spend her life with. And it was just a really, really good time. It wasn't about my outfit, but my outfit just, you know, made the night even more perfect for me, because I actually found what I was looking for under the wire, right? And my cousin, she was just lit up, and I'm definitely gonna show y'all her, right? Because, you know, she had the showstopper dress on. Her dress was, you know, especially was custom made, and my aunt was looking beautiful, and everybody was just really enjoying themselves. It was just a really, really happy time. It just felt like a love fest. I had seen people that I hadn't seen in so long. I got a chance to spend time with my brothers, who y'all see me with in the picture, and my granddad, just looking so good and so healthy and so handsome, and all of my family just looking beautiful. My brother and his girlfriend, which I'm, you know, showed y'all a picture of somewhere at some point on here. You know, she and I was just having a good time, and everybody was just loving on each other. My grandmother's sister, which is my great aunt, is 88 years old. I got a picture of her in here somewhere. Flawless. 88. Like, y'all, my great grandmama passed away when she was in her 90s. And my grandma is almost in her 80s. And my great aunt is in almost 89 years old. And everybody was just in good health and everything. And so I have a chance to live until I'm at least 89, right? Like, because it's in my genes. And so that means that I got a lot to do. I got a lot of living to do. So I better get to it, right? Because I stand a chance of living for a long time just based on, my family history. So I was really excited about how everything came together. Was another point I was gonna make, but I forgot to. I forgot what I was saying. I know it was something about packages and stuff like that, but I forgot. But moral to the story is just always be yourself. I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're going to a ball, girl. If Converse is your thing, put some Converse on that got heels on them, because they got those too. If you just gotta have on a heel, but you like Converse, wear those. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where you're going, because if you are unique and doing you, that's gonna stick out to people, and they're gonna understand that, and they don't have no choice but to fall in with what you're doing, right? And so it was so many people that wasn't even dressed in formal attire anyway. Like my brothers, they weren't dressed in formal attire, as you can see, especially my brother that's over here to my right. He was, had on some kind of expensive different type tennis shoes, and he had on his little, jacket, and I forget what you call those, a pea coat or something. And I think he had on jeans and a t-shirt, so he was real regular, but still very handsome. My brother that was over to my left, he had on a two-piece suit, but it was still very casual. He had on the Dior Converse, you know what I'm saying? So everybody was just kind of doing their thing, So I had a really good time at the wedding. Beautiful, beautiful time with my family. It's always a wonderful time to be with my family. I love being with the women in my family. We just all really just complement each other so well. We come together, it's never any drama, nothing like that. I just love being with my family. And so this 37-minute long video was just all about what happened at the wedding, or how my wedding outfit came together, because I wasn't able to vlog it. And I just really wanted to show y'all. Since I started showing you in a vlog, I wanted to, kind of go over it with you, just to be fair. Oh, the makeup, that's what I was saying. Had never wore makeup in my life. Before I go, had never wore makeup in my life, girl. Ain't never even attempted to do it, because I just knew I didn't know what I was doing. But here I am. I get up that morning and I'm like, well, I ain't gonna have on heels, so let me at least make up my face. Like I want to look different. And I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but we gonna see. I mean, all I got to do is take it off if it's ugly, right? Like it's removable. So I get up, I watch a YouTube video, and I watched one real quick. I wanted a natural look, pulled up the girlies, looked at a couple videos on how to do a natural look, how to prime your skin before you do all that, looked at the products they had and all that, got up, went to the store, went to Publix and Walmart for this makeup. Got up and I went and got me some brushes. Girl, I didn't know what I was doing, what type of brush I needed. I just knew I needed a brush to be able to blend everything together. And so I got a brush. And, it was whichever one I decided to get. I didn't know it was a RT200 or a 974,000. I didn't know the difference. I just said, well, let me get a brush. And they say, get some... get some primer, and I looked at the brand that she had, and I end up finding it, and they say get a pencil, and they say get this, and they say get that, and I got everything that they said get to bring a natural look together. And then I picked out me some lip gloss while I was in Publix. I got some pretty shimmery lip gloss, and then I got one out of Walmart as well, which is red, because I said I might end up wearing red since I got the red in the t-shirt. Didn't like the way the red looks, so I'm actually gonna be taking that back. But end up getting that, and then end up getting another brush, because I FaceTimed my auntie after I finished my face to ask her how I look, and she told me I look beautiful for it to be my first time, because she's a makeup girly. And she said, do you have anything for your cheeks? I said, I don't. She said, you don't have no blush? I said, I didn't get anything. She said, well, you don't need it. I was just asking if you had anything. So if you had anything, you could put it on there. But, you don't need it. You look great for this to be your first time. It looks absolutely adorable. So I said, well, I can go out and get something. She said, no, you ain't got to get nothing. I said, okay. So when I got off the phone with her, I said, no, she said I needed something for my cheeks. Let me go out and find me some blush. So I popped back up to Walmart, find me some blush, get another brush for that, because I knew I couldn't use that same brush that I had been using to put the concealer on. I didn't get no foundation. I'm determined I don't want no foundation. I wanted concealer, right? So, I got that, and I got me a brush, so I can put my little, make my cheeks a little rosy, right? So came back home, did that, got my little setting spray, went on ahead and set it, had my mascara on, girl, did the whole little thing. I was happy. And I said, well, here I am. I'm going to start wearing makeup because every time I see the girls with the locks and they had their face made up, I be like, dang, you know, I wish I could wear makeup like that with my locks. And now I know I can. Now I know I can play in makeup and do different looks and figure out what it is I really like, right? So I'm just really excited about me being the creative person that I am. And also not being afraid to put the pedal to the metal and do what I need to do in my life to see what I want to see come together, especially as I get older. You know, I'm getting older, but I'm still young. My kids are grown. I'm not raising anybody anymore. And this is just my time to do whatever I want to do. So I had a lot of fun putting my outfit together, although I was a little stressed about it, you know, but it all came together. It was just meant for me to wear what I wore. And, you know, had a lot of fun with the makeup. I spent a lot of money on that makeup. For it to be my first time, girl, I spent over $100. I ain't even gonna lie, because makeup is expensive. I said, this is my first time, and I'm spending over $100 on makeup. But I got to do what I got to do, because I don't go to events that often, right? So I said, well, hey, I ain't been to a wedding in 6 years. The last wedding I went to was 6 years ago. I don't really go to events like that, so I may as well go all out. I done spent a bunch of money already on all this stuff that I ain't even wearing, so child, may as well just go ahead and foot it and do it. And I did it, and I don't have no regrets, and I had so much fun, y'all. But anyway, this I just wanted to talk to you about this. The night was beautiful. The food was good. We were celebrating love, and just had a really nice time. So, yeah, that's it. But thank you for watching. I hope you like what I put together. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. And I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.